Hello YouTube, this is Valerie from Smellilicious. I hope everybody is having a great day. It's been warm here in Fort Worth. It was hot as I don't know what today. I believe the temperature read in my husband's car is 108. Nobody should have to live like that, huh? But anyway, I am coming to you today to show you one of my new soaps, You Are a Star. Now, this is a dupe of Rockstar, but before I even knew there was a Rockstar, I had already created a soap called Rockstar, which is a peppermint type of fragrance with some what else is mixed in that? It's peppermint, eucalyptus, something really cool and invigorating type of fragrance. And I didn't know about Lush's Rockstar until one of my co-workers had told me about Lush's products, which I've never even used any of their products before, even before, before I even started this soap business or just making soaps in my home. I never even heard of Lush. But anyway, I didn't realize I had heard about Rockstar since I was going out to YouTube and I heard people doing videos about the dupe Rockstar and how great the fragrance was. So I was like, well, I'm gonna track down some Rockstar fragrance dupe and see what it's like, what it was all about. And lo and behold, I had smelled the fragrance before once it arrived, and I was like, oh, this smells pretty good. So I did my version of my Rockstar soap, and as far as what I would think a Rockstar would look like, but anyway, this is it. And what I did some glycerin embeds, and this is really new to me also. I did a few a couple of bars of soap with the glycerin, but this was actually my first experience with glycerin and co-processed soap. And I knew that you couldn't wrap your soap, so it would warm up, so it would gel over. I didn't, I knew that you couldn't do that. I knew that. However, with this fragrance, it did what it wanted to do. It still wanted to gel over, even though I didn't put the blankets and cover it up with my box or whatever. It still wanted to gel over, and I started to panic and freak out and say, oh my God, my glycerin soap is going to melt. And it sure did. It just went crazy. It went fast, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? But anyway, I threw it in the refrigerator, and I kept it in there for several hours so that it wouldn't completely destroy my batch of soap. And I don't know if it would have or not, but I still didn't want to take that chance because this dupe fragrance Rockstar is really expensive. So I stuck that bad baby, that log, in the refrigerator, and the next day turned out beautifully. I mean, my embeds, because I cut up the glycerin, little chunks of my glycerin soap, and I just poured it into my co-processed soap when it started to trace, and it didn't mess it up. You can still see that there are chunks of the glycerin soap that are in there, and it didn't mess it up at all. And I love the smell. I didn't know, again, I did not know anything about Lush before I started my venture with, making my own products at home. I had no clue about Lush, but it turned out really pretty. Don't you guys agree? Isn't it nice? Look at, oh, it's got the glitter on there. Again, the diamond does glitter, and it has a glycerin soap, and it suds. The bubbles on this is fantastic. I love it. And normally I would do a straight cut, but I wanted this one to be a little different. So I'm not really good at cutting straight bars, even bars. So I wanted to do it, to do the crinkle cut, because I think it would add a little bit more excitement to the soap. But these are going to be larger bars, as you can see, because of the stars, the embeds, and I didn't want to mess up that. And I still wanted each bar to have its own star. And so these are a little bit larger. So that's pretty cool. I think people will be happy with that. And they smell really good. And I put these out on my Facebook today. They won't be ready again until mid-September, because these are the batches that I showed in my introductory video. Those are all new. And I didn't put this one out there on that day, excuse me. But these are really pretty. Don't you think? I like it. And I love the smell. And I didn't know that I had smelled this before. But again, my coworker had gotten me some soaps when I first started, and then she introduced me to Lush. And I didn't know. And then when I got the fragrance, I said, oh, I smelled that before. But I had never used it. So but anyway, this is You Are a Star, and I hope you guys check me out on my web. Again, it's Smellilicious, bathandbody.com, and it's right down below. You see it? But anyway, I'm gonna cut this video short. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and the rest of your weekend. And I'll probably be doing another video this evening. We'll see, depending on how everything turns out in my household. You know, I got 3 kids. But anyway, you guys have a good evening. Take care. Good night.